You're listening to Homegrown here on RTR FM, the sound alternative. The time is rapidly approaching 1:45. I have three musicians in here. We have a guitar, a mandolin and a double bass. Please introduce yourselves.
All right, I'm Leah.
Peter.
Dean.
Guess which one's which?
Leah, you've previously been playing solo.
Yep.
And Peter, I know you... how can I put this tactfully? Put
Bit of a band slut.
Yes, yes. Dean, I don't know about your background at all.
I've been introduced by Peter to a few of his projects.
Okay.
I'm rapidly turning into one.
Leah, what made you decide to get, I'm not going to say a backing band, but other musicians on stage with you?
Well, yeah, I've been solo for a few years doing, open mics and all that stuff.
Yep.
I've worked with Peter on a few projects doing my solo music,
Yep.
and Peter and Dean both played on one of my songs on one of his other projects. So
Yep.
It's like the band's sort of reformed and
2 years later,
sort of
right.
happening now. So, yeah, it's taken a while, but it's just good to have a bit of a... Oh, I don't know. It feels different.
Yep.
When you're doing it by yourself for such a long time, you kind of get into a bit of a rut, and
Yep.
so it feels sort of fresh now. It's good.
What's it actually like having a double bass there with no drums, because you've got that bottom end behind you and you go... Oh, this sort of feels good because
Yeah.
I don't actually have to worry about doing the bass parts as well.
I love it. It just fills it in more. It makes it sound like a real sort of song,
Yep.
like a bought one.
What name is the band going under at the moment?
We're just Leah Emily Grant at the moment.
Yep.
They're just,
And band.
and band.
And you've brought your instruments in. We'll talk about the recordings in just a bit. If you want
Yep.
to do your stuff, please.
Cool.
At birth I was bestowed a gift to always carry with me. The baggage to fill up a test are always out to haunt me. I know you see the heavy weights that I pull behind me. Some things that I just can't let go of, they're so pretty shiny. I can see the girl that you see in me. She looks just like the one that I swear I try to be. But she's sweeter and she's pretty. She finds peace within the city. I hold on to hope the day is coming when the two of us shall meet. I see every bump and crack and flaw upon the surface. Must stop asking the invisibles if I deserve this. There's a soft, sweet voice to rest your weeping while I take on the circus. And I count each solemn sleeping breath as proof you won't desert
Leah Emily Grant and band, and a piece called Sweeter. Now, you've done some recording. Did that sort of come about through the other projects where you knew each other and you go, oh, I could use that, and then when you decided to get the backing band, together, you go, oh, I'd like that and that and that and that.
Pete's really the mastermind.
The way it sort of worked is we got the band together and then we applied for Nanup.
Yep.
And we got in. And so I thought,
yes.
awesome. So what we could probably do is try and get an album together to just push that gig, you know, because I think none of us have played there before. So a good reason to try and get an album and this stuff recorded is to get that happening for the gigs.
Yeah, and so you've got something to sell at the time.
Well, yeah, or just to really give us an excuse to start recording and get it down. So it's been a good push to get that ready.
When did you actually find out about Nanup? Because it must have been a relatively short time frame to go, oh, we've been accepted. Yeah. Oh, we've got to get something together.
Yeah. All we had was a live video of us performing at the Fly Trap a few months ago.
And that was basically what you sent in for the application.
Exactly right. Yep. Yeah. So on the back of that, we got through, and then we thought, well, let's get this properly recorded and get an album out. So it was just purely from there. So we found it was very short, 2 weeks maybe, from application to acceptance. So it was really quick.
And how long did it take to actually get the album together?
It's about halfway done, so you've got a while to go.
So
under the pump.
So when's the Nanup gig happening?
So I think end of Feb, sort of start of March.
You've got heaps of time.
And we're producing it ourselves, so it's going to be a labour of love, and then when it's finally out, hopefully people like it, so we'll see what happens.
Was the material already written, and Leah, were you using some of the material you'd already written for solo and then going, oh, we could put that on it?
Well, it's all pretty much, stuff that I've done solo.
Yep.
And now it's just arranged, officially set in stone. I can't make it up as I go. Yeah. So,
does that sort of tie you in a bit, where you go, oh, okay, well, if you're solo, you can sort of ad-lib a little bit, go, oh, that doesn't really work, and the next time you do it. But with particularly with a double bass in there, the double bass has actually got to know where you're going.
Yeah, it's really good, though, because I'm really undisciplined, and structure is definitely my weak point.
Yeah.
So it's good to have a reason to know my songs and how they go.
Is any material coming through now that the three of you are together? Because I'm thinking as a songwriter, you go, oh, my palette has expanded.
Yeah, definitely.
And you can go, oh, I could do that where I wasn't thinking in those sort of terms before.
Well, I did write a new song since the last time we rehearsed.
Yep.
And I probably, in my conscious mind, wasn't thinking of that, but I think there might be a double bass bow in there in the background, secretly. I haven't told Dean about that yet.
Have you actually rehearsed this new song or not?
Briefly, vaguely today.
Okay.
Yes. It was written about a week ago or so.
Yeah.
And I've recently acquired a little toy from Delhi, from India, called an Indian banjo. And I thought
Indian banjo.
Great. No one's heard of it. Excellent. It's a cool little instrument. And I heard this song that Leah wrote, and I thought this would be a great opportunity.
I've got a new toy I can put this to.
Yeah.
It works perfect, I think.
It suits it really nicely, yes.
But you're on mandolin now, and you've got the Indian banjo.
Yes, that's right.
What else do you play as well?
Guitar, just acoustic guitar.
Acoustic guitar.
Yep.
Okay, apart from the gig tonight, where else can they see you? Because obviously your gig in February is already set up, so you're probably going to be doing a lot more gigs, I would imagine.
Yep.
Probably to get some money together to do some more recording to get it out as well. Where else are you looking to gig at?
Well, I'll be at Yaya's this coming Tuesday.
Just on your own?
Just on my own.
Yep.
And then we'll see what happens.
Check the press for details.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay, we've got something that you've actually recorded for the album. Did you say it was unmastered, this one?
It's sort of a bit of a master. It's sort of unreleased yet, so it's a first little treat for our listeners.
And this track is called?
It's called Wash Yourself Clean.
Thank you very much for coming in.
Thanks for having us.